right, thank you, Jamie. Hello, everyone. We're going to kick off this presentation on Windows 11 Pro and Copilot Plus PCs. So first off, a quick introduction. My name is Dallas. I'm a solution architect who supports Endpoint and Beyond here at CDW. I am wanting to slow it down to thank you for joining us for this session. Today, we are going to be taking a look at Windows 10 end of support, Windows 11, Copilot and Copilot Plus PCs. So let's get started with a little agenda. Oh, where's my cursor? There we go. So I do want to let you know we are going to have a dedicated Q&A towards the end of this little mini presentation. So you are welcome to light up that chat space, or we'll loop back to these towards the end of the presentation, or you'd be more than welcome to come off mic later on in the presentation as well. So if you're unaware, Windows 10 support ends on October 14th, 2025. I have a countdown clock on my video feed, so we have 102 days, just over 102 days before Windows 10 end of support. So end of support for Windows Teams means that Microsoft will stop, sorry, Microsoft will stop providing security updates and technical support for that operating system. Some organizations are waiting to the last minute, the last minute to upgrade, and it's understandable. In the past, it could be very difficult to, or very much of a hassle to upgrade, but things changed with Windows 11 Pro. Not only are new Windows 11 devices optimized for compatibility, but there are also some great tools to support and help you to get started and go further faster. There is only, or just over 3 months remaining until Windows 10 end of support. Typically, migration periods for mid-sized organizations is about 12 months. Considering this, we are very close to the last moment to initiate assessments for Windows 11 readiness and prepare complete 11 and prepare complete full migration plans that incorporate both refreshing eligible devices and upgrading eligible devices to Windows 11 before that end of support deadline. I do want to let you know that I believe the quickest way to Windows 11 is a device refresh, but it's not necessarily the least expensive. Now, if you delay upgrades past that end of service, you will no longer receive security updates, which could put your business at risk. Today's threats are increasingly sophisticated and aggressive, and they're always looking for an opportunity to strike. Older devices can increase vulnerability. Waiting for tomorrow to modernize could cost your business very dearly today. It's about staying competitive. New Windows 11 Pro devices come with powerful security already built in and enabled, plus an optimized Windows experience for AI, for improved productivity, not to mention faster performance, and to take advantage of all those new features. It helps to control costs. Older devices can take up more time to maintain. They could expose you to costly security risks and can dampen employee productivity and satisfaction. Additionally, outdated technology can lead to decreased productivity and employee dissatisfaction, with 49% of users considering leaving their company if they have out of dated tech. That is taken from a Workfront 7th Annual State of Report. I will look at popping that into the chat space when I get a moment. I will grab that right now. Wouldn't you know, not everything always goes great when you're live. I will loop back and try and remember to post that into the chat space in a little bit. Third-party application productivity can also be impacted when you're running third-party application solutions on out-of-dated OSs. The first consideration if you're having problems will be to update the OS, which means you're looking at getting to Windows 11 to get support for those third-party applications. Getting ahead to start on deployment is the best way to ensure it will always go smoothly. According to a customized study by Forrester's Consulting, organizations that upgrade to Windows 11 Pro devices experience significant improvements. These include a 15% increase in end user productivity through real work tasks and up to 42% on average faster completion of demanding workloads. Modern hardware performance and increased security are also key benefits, with up to 59% faster performance compared to a 3-plus-year-old PC and a 70% reduction in attack surface, resulting in 58% fewer security instances. Additionally, end user satisfaction saw a notable boost, with 50% faster workflows and collaboration and a 61% longer battery life on average. Let's start with our latest example of Windows innovation, the Copilot Plus PC. You may have heard of this new category of PC. It's taking a huge leap forward with an NPU that powers new AI experiences and incredible performance. Now we're going to take a deeper dive into what this really means. Now, if you're looking at refreshing any devices in the near future, now or in the near future, consider this next generation AI device, the Copilot Plus PC. So Copilot Plus PCs are game changers. They're powerful and they can handle tough workloads with hardware-backed AI and security innovations that enable new efficiencies and help safeguard your mission-critical data. The new category of device comes with AI built in and optimized by that NPU, a neural processing unit. And there are also secure core PCs that come with Microsoft Pluton, security processors for the heightened level of Windows security. These PCs can help you find important data faster, get projects done quicker, and help keep your data safe. All so you can innovate, solve problems, and make a bigger impact in your business. Copilot Plus PCs come with a more advanced Windows 11 that offers more features that are only available on those Copilot Plus PCs. So these will offer all-day unplugged performance, up to 40% faster with that NPU, and they are actually more power efficient. Windows 11 Pro devices offer incredible value with a core set feature and compatibilities that accelerate business success. If you take a look at a few of these features, including here, we'll see why. They're significant, they are significantly faster than Windows 10 devices. They're more secure with layers of security out of the box, and they have a host of great features for productivity. And of course, they're all easy to use, deploy, and manage. If you're ready for a big leap forward, Copilot Plus PCs usher in a new era of computing. Here are some of the additional benefits you will get from this new category of device. These devices include a built-in NPU, which is designed to accelerate AI and data processing. It all works by offloading key AI processes to that NPU, and then the CPU and GPU can even work faster and more efficiently. Secure Core PC Protection and Microsoft Pluton provide the highest level of security for Windows PCs. Windows Studio Effects is also powered by an NPU, giving you more refined video conferencing, a better experience without dragging down your battery. Live captioning. This can also be powered by the NPU, giving you not just live captions, but the ability to translate 40 plus languages into English in real time. And this is just the beginning. If you get a Copilot Plus PC now, you'll be ready for the next wave of AI innovation, including more apps that leverage the data and AI processing power of an NPU. All right. Industry worldwide relies on Windows to innovate, solve problems, help block cyber threats, and achieve more with less effort and less cost. When you own a Windows 11 Pro device, when you own a Windows 11 Pro device, you get the latest Windows and security features delivered straight to your desktop, and you can manage and deploy Windows 11 Pro from almost anywhere. Let's take a look at how Copilot and Windows 11 can help you to accelerate your business success. So get more done with fewer clicks with Microsoft Copilot. That is your personal AI assistant. For example, you can quickly find relevant content, summarize long documents, and create and refine content. You can also increase insights and efficiency while shielding business information. If you use Copilot while signed into a work account with Microsoft Entra ID, you'll benefit from enterprise data protection for an additional layer of protection. With Microsoft Data Protection, your Copilot experience and data can be protected by the same controls. Security policies and safeguards available in your corporate Microsoft M365 environment. Prompts and responses are processed with your Microsoft 365 tenant and logged and available for your audit. Your data is not used to train foundational AI models. You're in good hands with Windows 11 devices, whether you choose Windows 11 Pro or Copilot Plus PCs. Windows 11 Pro devices have always been tried and tested and provide layers of hardware back protection by default. Microsoft continues to strengthen Windows 11 security to help you guard against the latest threats to safeguard sensitive business information. Intune endpoint privilege management, token protection, and Windows Hello enhanced sign-in sessions are just a few of the latest features you can get with Windows 11 devices to help you securely support your workforce. Malware safeguards mission critical app protection and app control for business, and protected print mode offers proactive protection against evolving threats. Using token protection, which is currently in preview, Windows Hello enhanced sign-in sessions and enhanced phishing protection can all safeguard your identities and data. And the capabilities like lock on leave wake on presence sensing helps keep your data and privacy safe. Using presence settings to lock when you leave and when you approach, it works with Windows Hello to sign you in instantly so you can jump right back into where you had left off. Please note that Copilot Plus PCs provide all the security features of Windows 11 Pro Plus Microsoft Pluton for secured core PC protection. So supercharge your insights and efficiency with features like Microsoft Copilot, a revolutionary AI assistant that helps you to help you to find the right answers, create high quality content, and simplify your workflows. That's all on top of many other productivity features and a big bump in performance. In fact, a study by Principal Technologies found that Windows 11 Pro laptops completed demanding workloads like design projects up to 42% faster on average compared to Windows 10 devices. Let's take a closer look. Your workforce can experience unprecedented productivity with features that will help you to save valuable time, reveal insights, and enable their best work with an AI assistant that cuts the complexity and noise to focus on the things that matter. Here's where features like Microsoft Copilot, AI-powered recommendations, snap layouts, desktops, etc. can help significantly. Enable everyone to make a bigger impact by leveraging the extensive accessibility and AI-powered experience like voice access and typing and live captions. Windows offers comprehensive accessibility compatibilities with features like narrator and voice typing. Plus, IT can enhance productivity with Windows Remote Desktop that enables remote troubleshooting. It's easy to stay in the flow and be productive with the seamless workflows that enable you to work seamlessly across apps, data, and the cloud. For example, Windows 11 Pro offers seamless redocking, so when you plug your Windows 11 device into an external monitor, your open applications snap with their groups right back where you left them, so you can start on a focus session to avoid interruptions and effortlessly access your favorite apps within the taskbar. Microsoft offers a device to elevate the potential of everyone on your team with ultra slim laptops to powerful workstations. They're feature rich with capabilities such as increased malware resistance without a performance hit. They support pen, ink, touch, and voice, more natural writing and drawing experiences, integrated high quality mics and displays to look and sound your best, better power management and recommendations that can help you reduce emissions and improve your battery life, such as Windows Carbon Aware updates to take advantage of renewable energy sources. Power through your heavy workloads like 3D rendering to completion, 42% faster on average. Windows 11 offers a range of powerful new features and capabilities, including enhanced security features, faster deployment, and improved performance. Updating to Windows 11 from 10 allows you to leverage these new capabilities to save time and money, while protecting your business and empowering employees, all with the same familiar tools and processes to manage both operating systems. It's important to know that you can use your existing tools and processes to streamline deployment. First off, plan. Access your tools and infrastructure and plan for that rollout. Prepare. Check for compatibility. Most of the Windows 10 apps should run smoothly, and you can test critical apps and policies using Microsoft Intune, making any necessary updates and to create an updated application list. And then deploy. Consider a pilot deployment and adjust your process as needed. As one of our first planning steps for upgrading to Windows 11, we highly recommend to start with assessing existing devices' readiness. This is going through an assessment. You can create a clear understanding which of the devices will meet Windows 11 hardware requirements. I do want to point out not all devices will upgrade to Windows 11. It does require specific hardware, and usually it's the TPM 2.0 chip that's actually required to that could be missing that is required to move to Windows 11. So all of this information can be completely valuable to actually determine which of those devices get refreshed and which of those devices can actually be upgraded to Windows 11 and will have a solid experience. Next, you take a quick look. Sorry. Next, you take a quick view of the Windows 11 hardware requirements, and the easiest ways to complete that is by running a PC Health Check app or the Endpoint Analytics in Intune, and we're going to do a deeper dive on both of those. So you do have multiple ways to check for Windows 11 compatibility. If you have Intune, you can run that assessment, and we will come back to that in a few moments. And you can also use the PC Health Check app that you can actually download from the App Store or from Microsoft. So this is actually quite straightforward. You can actually download that PC Health Check app. You can actually then hit open. You can actually run that directly on the device. There'll be a check now button, and then you will actually know if that device is going to be capable of running Windows 11. But then this is actually very much a manual process. So to review those results, they will actually come up on screen here. You actually have a checklight system of green, yellow, red. If it's green, you are good to update. If it's yellow with an exclamation point, you may be able to update that device with some remediation. And if it's marked X, it means that there wasn't enough information to evaluate it or that the device will not be upgradable to Windows 11. And then you're going to look at two things. You can actually then look at upgrading hardware. So I mentioned that TPM 2.0 chip, but sometimes it's RAM or updating the BIOS. So some things might be easy to update. Some things might be very difficult or impossible to update, like soldering a TPM 2.0 chip on there. So then you'd be looking at upgrading your hardware. And again, the quickest way to do those is to actually do a device refresh because those devices will come with Windows 11 by default. So another tool that you can actually use is Endpoint Analytics in Intune. So the Windows metric provides Windows 11 hardware readiness insights for devices that are already enrolled via Intune. They or co-management or configuration manager if you're using version 2107 or newer, and it's attached to your tenant. So to determine how many of your enrolled devices meet the minimum system requirements for Windows 11, you can select the windows to open the flyout on the rail there. You can click on the overview page and then the work from anywhere tab or work from anywhere tab in the space there. And then you will get a chart and you can actually then run that assessment there. There's a pictorial reference to what I was referring to there. So with that, sorry, I'm going to go to here. So this is just the reference to there, where you're actually going to click on the in the Microsoft Intune Admin Center. You can click on the reports. You can click on the work from anywhere space there, and then you can actually look at the endpoint analytics to actually see all of your devices and all the devices that are enrolled, and to know which devices will and will not update. And then, yeah, I just covered that. Thank you. And then you're going to actually review that report. And again, you're going to get the breakout here. Here's a list of all the devices here. And then you'll actually find out if it's not capable of running Windows 11, if it's unknown because there's not enough information, or if it's capable, then you'll know that those devices can be shortlisted to be updated. And then you're going to be looking at either a hardware refresh for those devices, or if again those devices need a RAM upgrade or a BIOS update before they'll actually run Windows 11, you can do that. But if they're asking for that TPM 2.0 chip, you are likely looking at getting that device refreshed. So as you approach your application readiness, it's also important to call out that 99.7% of applications are compatible between Windows 10 and Windows 11. Now, if you're in that point 3 and you're facing a compatibility issue, there is support. So if you're facing those compatibility issues, you have an option. You can actually engage with Fast Track Aperture. That is a Microsoft engineering team that will actually help you to work with compatibility issues to get that 0.3% maybe over the finish line, or to get some help or guidance on that. Now, Aperture is free. It's a fast track program where Microsoft, again, will help to support those legacy solutions if you fall into that 0.3% of legacy solutions that you're having issues with porting over. In general, how to approach application validation. First, you need to have clarity on applications you have in your current environment. If you do not have this in place, you will need to create an application inventory, either by manually or using endpoint management solutions such as Intune to actually prepare that data. And then after that inventory list is in place, we recommend to clarify the applications. Are these critical, important, or no longer important? Have they served their purpose? Are they time to retire? You may initially consider to test and validate each and every application for Windows 11, but testing all applications manually can be very time consuming. Therefore, focus on manual testing for most critical applications first, and if available, use reporting insights from Windows features updates, compatibility BIOS reports, and Intune. These will provide a summary view of the compatibility risks across your organization associated with any upgrade or update for a chosen version of Windows. So Aperture provides remote assistance to customers deploying with Windows 10 to 11, x86, x64, ARM. Microsoft 365 applications and Microsoft 365 Cloud PCs, AVD or Azure Virtual Desktop, and Microsoft Edge. And subsequent feature updates and who could experience valid compatibility issues. App Azure remediates issues for customers deploying line of business applications, independent software ISV applications, and Microsoft's first party applications. Remediation assistance is provided for apps deployed on the following Microsoft products: Windows 10 to 11, including that ARM 64 devices, Microsoft 365 apps, Microsoft Edge, AVD or Azure Virtual Desktop, Windows 365 Cloud PCs. So I want to call out what some things that are out of scope. So items that are out of scope are app inventory and testing to determine what apps do and don't work on Windows and Microsoft 365 applications, researching third-party ISV apps for Windows compatibility and support statements, app packages only services. However, the app Azure team will package Windows apps that we remediate to ensure they can be deployed in your customers' environments. And although Android apps on Windows 11 are available to Windows Insider, App Azure does not currently support Android apps for devices, including Surface Duo devices. Use of existing tools to upgrade eligible devices to Windows 11 and deploy new Windows 11 Pro devices to your environment. For non-centrally managed endpoints, if your current device meets Windows 11 hardware requirements, you can deploy the upgrade through Windows Update. If your device does not meet requirements, we highly recommend to replace the device with a new Windows 11 Pro PC. And why not one of these Copilot Plus PCs? Experience the next generation. Now, for centrally managed endpoints, you will have a multitude of options depending on how your Windows deployment and updates are currently being managed. Well, you might be able to use Intune for deploying updates to eligible devices and autopilot deployments with new Windows 11 Pro PCs. You might be using Windows Update for Business or Windows Server Update services for deploying upgrades to eligible devices. Um, System Center Configuration Manager for both upgrading eligible devices and for new Windows 11 Pro PC deployments. So it's really important to actually start getting started now. We only have 100 odd days left before we lose that end of support on October 14th, 2025. So some main steps to build and complete your plan for Windows 11 migration. So run through the device readiness assessment to identify which devices are eligible for upgrades and which devices will not be refreshable. Validate applications readiness for most critical applications first. Remember, 99.7% of applications are compatible with Windows that are compatible with Windows 10 are also compatible with Windows 11. And if you do face issues with that, there's that fast track App Azure team that can help you to resolve, or support that move. Now, then you're going to be looking at upgrading your eligible devices from Windows 10 to 11. And on that, you might be procuring and deploying new Windows 11 Pro devices and or Copilot Plus PCs to replace devices that are no longer eligible for upgrades. Now we are coming to the Q&A section, so I am going to check out the chat space. At this point, if you need help or support, if you need to know how to get, this was very much a introduction to Windows 10 to 11 and Copilot Plus PCs or AI computing. So if you think you need help or support, there is a survey link there. You can fill out that survey link to see if you can get help or support. Or if you actually have a representative at CDW, they can always reach out. You can always reach out to them. They can reach out to myself or somebody like myself that can come in to continue that conversation to make sure you're getting enough information to make wise choices. Now, I do want to thank you for your time, but there's the QR code. I'm going to leave that up on screen. And at this point, we're going to actually move into a formal Q&A. We've reserved lots of time for a Q&A here. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, you are welcome to come off mic and or light up that chat space so we can address anything that you need there. Now, if you don't have questions, comments, concerns, I want to thank you for your time. You're welcome to sign off at any point here, but we're going to start addressing any questions that might have arisen or that you had before you came to today's session. I'm just keeping an eye on the chat space there to see what comes in. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns about updating from Windows 10 to 11 and or AI computers, NPUs, Copilot Plus PCs? All right, so oh, I see a question. Give me a moment. All right, there was a question popped into the chat space. One of the people attending here said that they're new to their position, and they were told that CDW could help with their Windows transition, and they're curious what kind of support we could be able to offer. And they have about 300 workstations, laptops that need to be updated. So I walked you through what you how you can self cater to yourself, but CDW can help with as little or as much of that as needed. Typically, if you have Intune or you have SCCM, the first place to start, whether that is you doing it on your own or you doing that through CDW, is to actually run that assessment on your inventory because that's going to flag the devices that aren't updating or that cannot update and the reason they can't update. So that is the best place to start. And if you need help with that, CDW can help with that. Reach out to the person that invited you today or the key contact you have at CDW, and we can definitely talk that through. My name is Dallas, but we also have Mandeep on the call here, and we support those Windows 10 to 11 initiatives. But the first part is to run that assessment. The second part is then to do the updates, and that is actually typically in-place upgrades through Intune or SCCM. So if you have SCCM or Intune in place, that would be the second step. So first step is an assessment, and the second step would actually then be to actually do the in-place upgrades to update the devices that can be updated. And then that person that you reach out to at CDW can also help you with the device refresh if there are devices that will not be capable of being updated. So I had another question. What is the link to the PC health check? I'm gonna go find that right now. Just give me a moment, and I will pop that in the chat space. Hopefully, I have no issues there. I'll also let you know that it is a download from the App Store. So if you're running Windows there, you can actually get the PC health check as a download from the store. But I know you can also download it from Microsoft, and I will grab that link here momentarily. Rather than just the link, I'm going to provide a link to it's it's how to use it, but also how to get it. The link to download it is actually in that space there, and there's actually a little video that will walk you through it, and you'll be able to pick up on that again, and you can actually do it all from that link that I just provided there. I see somebody's just typing a question. I'm just going to wait to see what pops up there. Sorry, Joshy, if I'm saying that correctly, or if I'm saying it incorrectly, I apologize. But Joshy, did you have a question that you wanted to address? Okay, the question that just popped in there is what is the chip you mentioned again? So the chip is called an NPU. It's called a neural processing unit. So it's actually not a chip. It's actually integrated into with the CPU now. So it actually takes security from the silicon level, and they're actually called NPUs. So if your device is actually categorized an AI computer, it has an NPU. Those neural processing units are um, they're measured in tops. That's trillions of operations per second. Now, AI computers can have up to 45 tops to be an AI computer. Now, if it's a Copilot Plus PC, all OEMs create for that. but the NPUs there are capable of 45 plus tops. And when you actually account for the CPU and the GPU, some of those devices can actually generate over 100 tops, trillions of operations per second, when you actually integrate the measurement of the NPU, the GPU, and the CPU. So, but if you're looking at Copilot Plus PCs, that's the newest category of AI devices. And that just means that they have 45 tops under the hood to be categorized in that new category. Anything under 45 tops is an AI computer. And they've been around for maybe 3 years, where the Copilot Plus PCs were announced last summer and they started shipping last September. So they're still relatively a new space. But if you're looking at a refresh, look at devices with an NPU. They're not new. They've been around on smartphones since 2015 and the Apple iPhones since 2017. So NPUs are actually integrated onto all sorts of endpoint, and now they're actually coming to the PC world. There was a specific question there about Windows 11 compatible with Boot Camp for Mac. Um, I will let you know Windows 11 will work on Boot Camp for Mac, but Boot Camp for Mac is actually an older solution for those Intel-based Macs. So those are Macs that are at least probably 5 years old at this point to have that Boot Camp for Mac. In most cases with Macs, if you're looking at the modern silicone, meaning the M series, the M1, M2, M3 now, you actually need to be running you're running it through virtualization through one of those other programs. Bootcamp, unless things have changed recently, Bootcamp isn't supported on the M series. You actually have to use that virtualization to get Windows 11 on a Mac. No worries. I don't think I have any outstanding questions. If you do have questions, please feel free to come off mic or pop into the chat space. Or again, if you got everything you needed from us today, you are welcome to sign out whenever you're ready. But I'm going to stick around until I think all the questions are asked and answered. I can see somebody's typing a question now. Oh, well, thank you, everyone that's thanking me. I will also go find that link that that report, that Forrester's report that I referenced earlier. I will throw that into the chat space after the meeting is done as well. I just don't want to leave the QR page. So again, if you are looking for help or support, reach out to the person that invited you, or the people that you know at CDW, and they can actually discuss help and support. Or if you grab that QR code, you can give your feedback, but also you can ask for support in there so we can make sure that the right people reach out to you to make sure that you are supported because we are running out of time. If you look at the clock on my device there, we have 102 days before end of support, and we don't want to necessarily get caught flat-footed because there could be lots of ramifications for our organizations if we're running Windows 10 post October 14th there. I see somebody might be typing in a question. Oh, looks like the question went away. All right, if I don't see any other questions come in the next 10, 20 seconds, people typing or people coming off mic, I think we might wrap up this session. And again, thank you for your time. And if you need help or support, use that survey link or reach out to the people that invited you. And you can drop my name. My name is Dallas. My colleague on the call is also Mandeep. We do support with Windows 10 or 11, and I do support with Endpoint, which I do support those conversations around AI NPU and we can host that conversation to make sure you get enough information for that as well. No, don't be sorry. If you have a question, please feel free to come off mic or pop into the chat space. Go ahead. All right. So there was the question for users who can't upgrade to Windows 11. Is there anywhere organizations can go for support? Okay. Uh, there is some stuff out there. There is something that I don't have a slide on this today, but there is LTSE and there is ESU. So those are Microsoft licensing platforms. Um, LTSE is really intended for um, devices that need to be it's Microsoft's long-term servicing channel. Those are for devices like on shop floors that run specialty hardware or software because the legacy solutions on those are unlikely to update or be updated. So you can actually get support or get Windows security updates up in for 3 years past. So that's actually covering up until the end, I think, of 2027 right now for LTSE. So there is a licensing there, but that is not intended for end users. It's really intended for end devices. Now there is ESU, if you have devices that can't be updated and you're not going to refresh those, there is another license called ESU that is um, extended service agreement there. But what those do is it's $69 per user per year US in year one. It doubles in year two. And it quadruples in year three, and there's no support after that. So you can actually Bing or search for LTSC or ESU, and you can get information there. Or if you reach out to with the survey link or to the person that invited you or who you know at CDW, they can actually get you in touch with me and we can continue that conversation because that's really a 15-minute to 30-minute conversation alone talking about those two pieces of specialty licensing. So you can start right now by searching for LTSE and ESU, but you can also then use the survey link to get me back to the table where we can actually do a more in-depth conversation on that. Because if you can't update those devices and those devices are not going to be refreshed, the only option you really have is that ESU. Because again, LTSE it really isn't for end users; it's for devices that are like ATMs and things like that that are highly reliable, highly dependable, and more like single focus. And ESU is then probably what you might be looking at, but it's only I want to point out ESU is only going to be security updates for the next up to 3 years. They're somewhat expensive at $69 US per person per user per year, and then doubling again. And it's only security updates, and there's no feature updates or whatever like that. And again, you might run into that issue if you're running third-party applications on there, and you run into problems. What's going to happen there is if you have problems, the provider of that solution will say that you're actually running an out-of-date operating system, and to get support, you have to actually update to the latest operating system or to Windows 11. So ESU is a patch. I wouldn't really consider it a long-term solution. All right. Did that spur any other questions, TJ? You're welcome to pop them into the chat space, or again, do some initial internet research, reach out to CDW, and we can host that conversation further. All right, I think we're about to wrap up then, because I don't think there was any outstanding questions, and I think we're just down to a couple of us now, so I think we'll wrap up. But again, I want to thank you for your time. I know I was stammering there a bit today. I must be more nervous than I thought. But thank you, everyone. We're going to shut it down. And if you need help or support, reach out to that QR code, reach out to the person that invited you. You can You can use my name. It's Dallas Raikkonen. You can use my name, and we can always get back and pick up on this conversation or do a deeper dive on anything that we touched on here. Thank you, everyone.